Discovering an archaeological find is always challenging, and finding the object is often just the beginning. Next, you need to determine what it is, its origin, when it was made, and its purpose. Today, we're exploring the top 10 most puzzling ancient artifacts ever uncovered. Let's start with number 10. The stone spheres of Costa Rica. Locally known as Las Bolas, over 300 stone spheres are found on Isla del Cano, representing the Istmo-Colombian era. These stones, believed to have been strategically placed in lines leading to the homes of chiefs, remain a mystery in terms of their precise purpose. Discovered by United Fruit Company workers while clearing land for a banana plantation, the stones vary in size from a few inches in diameter to massive ones, with the smallest measuring about 6.5 feet and the largest weighing around 16 tons. Scientific study of these nearly perfect spheres began in the late 1930s, with scholarly writings around 1943. Crafted by ancient Dequas Valley inhabitants, they are primarily sculpted from gabbro, with some made of limestone and sandstone. Artisans shape them using meticulous techniques with smaller rocks. Finca 6, in Costa Rica's Dequas Delta, spans 10 hectares and dates back to 300 to 800 BC. Once owned by the United Fruit Company, it was a settlement and cemetery with mysterious stone spheres. The sphere's purpose remains uncertain, with theories ranging from astronomical tools to links to Atlantis. Local legends suggest inhabitants could soften rocks, using spheres as grave markers or property markers. Number 9. The Ika Stones. The Ika Stones of Peru have intrigued archaeologists, ancient astronaut theorists, Atlantis supporters, and creationists. In 1966, Dr. Javier Cabrera, a Peruvian physician, established a museum to house over 10,000 intricately carved stones depicting a lost civilization. A local farmer initially brought these stones to Dr. Cabrera after failing to interest archaeological authorities. Cabrera became a vocal advocate, drawing attention from both scholars and fringe theorists. The mystery took an unexpected turn in 1973 following a critical BBC special. The man who brought the stones to Dr. Cabrera confessed to carving the stones himself and artificially aging them to pass them off as ancient. While most now agree that the Ika stones are an elaborate hoax, the mystery lies in the sheer volume of carved stones produced in a relatively short time by one man or perhaps a group. The unanswered question of how this feat was accomplished remains, and the museum stands open for those intrigued enough to interpret the mysteries firsthand. Number 8. Roman Dodecahedra. The Roman Dodecahedra, enigmatic artifacts from the 2nd or 3rd centuries AD, still puzzle researchers centuries after discovery. Made from bronze or occasionally stone, these small hollow objects feature 12 flat faces, each forming a pentagon adorned with knobs at the corners and circular holes on the faces. Found across Europe from Great Britain to Hungary, over 100 have been unearthed. Despite their prevalence, the lack of historical records hampers a definitive understanding of their purpose. Various theories suggest Roman dodecahedra served practical purposes like candlestick holders, dice, or survey instruments. They might also have been toys or decorative sculptures. A modern theory proposes they were knitting tools for gloves, supported by archaeology and 3D printing. Another view sees them as measuring devices, possibly for battlefield calculations due to their pentagonal holes. The Roman dodecahedron's purpose remains elusive despite theories linking it to surveying or leveling. Critics dispute its use as a measuring tool due to the lack of standardization in size and arrangement among these artifacts. This ongoing mystery fascinates researchers and enthusiasts alike, sparking continuous debate about its true significance. Number 7. The Georgia Guide Stones. In June 1979, a mysterious figure known as R.C. Christian approached the Elberton Granite Finishing Company with a secretive project. Representing an undisclosed group, he commissioned the construction of a monument under strict conditions, complete anonymity, including the group's identity and project details. Funding seemed limitless. By 1980, the Georgia Guide Stones were unveiled, shrouded in mystery and controversy. In front of the stones stands a tablet proclaiming, "Let these be guide stones to an age of reason." Engraved in 8 languages, English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian, are 10 guidelines aimed at reshaping society and the planet, possibly post-apocalypse. The Georgia Guide Stones, inscribed with directives like maintaining humanity under 500 million in harmony with nature, rule with tempered reason, balance personal rights with social duties, and preserve natural spaces. They serve as an astronomical calendar, with sunlight illuminating an engraved date daily at noon through a hole. Featuring Babylonian cuneiform, classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics, they also mention a buried time capsule, its details undisclosed. Controversy and conspiracy surround them, with vandalism and political pledges for demolition. Some see prophetic wisdom in them, possibly crafted by an eccentric scientist, yet the true identities of R.C. Christian and the group behind them remain elusive. Number 6. The Lewis Chessmen. Discovered in 1831 within a stone tomb on the island of Lewis in Scotland's Outer Hebrides, these 78 chess pieces are intricately carved from walrus tusk, ivory, and whale teeth. Crafted in the 12th century, they depict warriors, kings, horsemen, queens, and bishops, showcasing masterful handiwork and remarkable detail. The origin of these chessmen remains a mystery, with theories suggesting Icelandic, Irish, or Norwegian roots. Trondheim in Norway is widely believed to be their birthplace, adding to the enigma surrounding their creation. Despite their craftsmanship, the true origin of these pieces may never be definitively known. The chess pieces, each uniquely crafted, portray berserkers eager for battle, queens with melancholic expressions, and kings wielding swords. These artifacts evoke images of Vikings playing chess in longhouses, preparing for raids amidst harsh winters. Originating in ancient India, chess gained popularity in medieval Europe, embraced by Vikings for its strategic value in life-or-death conflicts. The Lewis Chessmen exemplify this fascination, buried by their owner to prevent theft, never to be reclaimed. Number 5. The Shroud of Turin. The Shroud of Turin, also called the Holy Shroud or Sacra Cindun in Italian, is a linen cloth bearing a faint image of a man on both sides. Venerated for centuries, especially in the Catholic Church, it is believed to be the burial shroud of Jesus Christ, showing a miraculously imprinted image of his body. In black and white photographic negatives, the image becomes clearer than in its natural sepia color, a discovery credited to Secondo Pia in 1898. This negative image is associated with the holy face of Jesus devotion. The cloth measures about 13 feet by 4 feet and is made of flax fibers in a 3:1 herringbone twill weave. Notably, the image shows a naked man with hands folded across the groin, with front and back views aligned along the body's midplane, and the head's front and back views almost meeting at the cloth center. In 1532, a fire in France damaged the shroud, leaving burnt holes and scorched areas. Nuns repaired it with 14 large triangular patches and 8 smaller ones. Italian photographer Secondo Pia first captured its image in 1898, sparking scientific interest. Analysis has spanned material science, biology, forensics, and image analysis, yielding diverse theories. Despite scientific scrutiny, the Shroud of Turin remains fiercely debated and a fascination across communities. Number 4. The Tamal Bell. In the late 1830s, Cornish missionary William Colenso discovered a curious bronze object in a Maui village in New Zealand, initially mistaken for a cooking pot filled with potatoes. Upon closer inspection, it turned out to be the top of a ship's bell adorned with Tamil inscriptions, a puzzling find given the village's lack of foreign trade. Named the Tamal Bell, this artifact has intrigued scholars for over a century. In 2019, curator Nalina Gopal from Singapore's Indian Heritage Centre embarked on a mission to uncover its secrets, beginning with a close examination of the bell at the Museum of New Zealand Te Papa Tongarewa in Wellington. Contrary to prevailing theories, Gopal, a native Tamil speaker, challenged assumptions about the bell's age, dating it to the 17th or 18th century. The inscription, initially believed to denote ownership by Mwadan Buksh, was reinterpreted by Gopal and researcher J. Raja Muhammad. They proposed that Mwadan Buksh referred not to an owner but to the ship's name, under the protection of Saint Mwadan Buksh. Their collaborative investigation delved into maritime archives, revealing that it was a common name for ships from Tamil Nadu. Despite exhaustive searches, Gopal and Muhammad couldn't establish direct links to New Zealand or pinpoint the ship that carried the bell. However, Gopal emphasized the bell's significance as part of its journey and proposed that it remain in New Zealand. Number 3. The Sakara Bird. The Sakara Bird, found near the Sakara Pyramid in 1898, is a wooden artifact about 2,200 years old. Resembling both a bird and a modern airplane, it sparked debates and theories. Dr. Khalil Messiha, who discovered it, suggested it might represent an ancient Egyptian aircraft model. Inscriptions reading, "The Gift of Aman," and a nearby papyrus mentioning, "I want to fly," added to the intrigue. Messiha even built a balsa wood model with a tail wing stabilizer that surprisingly flew, suggesting aerodynamic qualities. In 2006, Simon Sanderson, an aviation expert, replicated the Sakara Bird sans tail, achieving lift 4 times its weight. However, glider designer Martin Gregory's 2002 test with a tail stabilizer yielded poor results, casting doubt on its functionality as a toy. Egyptian physician Khalil Messiha saw it as proof of ancient aviation, yet 2023 simulations by Bremen's Institute of Aerospace Technology offered new insights. Their results indicate that the artifact's low maximum glide ratio is insufficient for hang gliding, and the center of mass is located behind the neutral point, leading to inadequate longitudinal stability. Asymmetric lift distribution raises concerns about uncontrolled roll movements, challenging the notion that the Sakara Bird reflects ancient knowledge of aerodynamics. Number 2. The Wedge of IAD, along the Mureș River in IAD, Romania. An astonishing discovery unfolded 47 years ago as workers, oblivious to the otherworldly secret awaiting them, unearthed mastodon bones buried in the sandy shoreline. An inexplicable object emerged from the depths, now known as the aluminum Wedge of IAD. Its origins, age, and purpose defy explanation, casting a veil of intrigue over its existence. Buried more than 35 feet below the surface alongside the remnants of a beast extinct for over 11,000 years, the Wedge of IAD defies rational comprehension. What intensifies this mystery is the object's inexplicable fusion of modern aluminum with an aged patina that typically takes centuries to develop. The conundrum deepens as aluminum, a material believed to have been non-existent during the supposed time frame of its burial, stands juxtaposed with ancient mastodon bones. The aluminum wedge, unearthed east of IAD, captivates with its wedge-shaped peculiarity. It was transported to the Archaeological Institute of Cluj-Napoca for examination, revealing an alloy of aluminum encased in a thin oxide layer composed of 12 distinct elements. Naturally, alien enthusiasts argue that the artifact signifies extraterrestrial visitation, citing its resemblance to landing gear components. However, the scientific community contends that the wedge was crafted on Earth, shrouding its purpose in unresolved ambiguity. The elusive artifact, concealed from public view, resides in an undisclosed location, perpetuating the enigma surrounding its antiquity. Reports from the Archaeological Institute indicate that the wedge's aluminum alloy is encased in an oxide layer, suggesting an age of at least 300 to 400 years, yet the method used for dating remains undisclosed, contributing to the enduring mystique of the aluminum Wedge of IAD. Number 1. The Codex Gigas, in the realm of literary oddities. The Codex Gigas, a medieval marvel, stands unrivaled in allure. Spanning 620 pages and towering 3 feet tall, this mysterious manuscript is said to be the solitary creation of a nameless Bohemian monk in the 13th century. Its intricate pages encompass not only the New and Old Testaments but also delve into exorcism, grammar, calendars, and medical treatises. The sheer effort behind it is staggering. Calculations suggest the monk spent 20 to 30 years on this laborious task, a testament to his dedication. According to legend, a monk, having abandoned his monastic vows, faced burial alive. Confronted with death, he struck a sinister deal to craft a tome overnight, a work immortalizing the monastery and human knowledge. As midnight neared, desperation led him to summon Lucifer for help. The devil completed the manuscript, and in homage, the monk included his likeness within its pages. While the manuscript's content alone warrants admiration, it's the presence of a mysterious page that elevates the Codex Gigas to mythical proportions. This page, a vivid full-color rendering of the Dark Lord himself, challenges rational explanation. Protected behind glass on the second floor of the King's Library in Stockholm, the Codex Gigas rests in dim light to shield it from potential damage. Its journey through history, seized during the 30 Years' War from the Benedictine monastery, adds another layer of intrigue. Revered as the Devil's Bible, this colossal tome captivates audiences by embodying a paradox, the coexistence of sacred context and infernal imagery. For those with a yearning to unravel the secrets of the Codex, a digital portal provided by the Library of Congress offers a glimpse into its pages. Yet acquiring a full-sized. Thank you for watching another episode of Just Discovery. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for updates on more exciting content. See you next time.